It is February 14th, Valentine's Day, 2023. This is the Wrestling Inc. podcast. I'm Glenn Rubenstein, joined by NYC Demon Diva Isa and Mr. Alfred Konuwa tonight to talk about NXT. Now we are on the road, not to Stand and Deliver, but we're on the road to Roadblock. Well, I guess Roadblock is on the road to Stand and Deliver WrestleMania weekend. We got an announcement of that tonight. It will be a regular NXT show, but in between now and Mania, we got some news, and NXT is building things. But before we dive into it all, Alfred, what is going on in the headlines?
Lots of news, some good, some bad. Let's talk about the bad. It came out today. R.i.p. Jarrett.
Oh, yeah.
Founder, a promoter, a pioneer of this business, obviously father of Jeff Jarrett, but a legend in his own right. Continental Wrestling Association in Memphis, one of the hottest territories of all time. USWA, of course, the association in launching TNA, which exists to this day as Impact Wrestling. Jarrett, a legend, a legendary wrestling promoter, legendary pioneer, legendary family, the Jarrett family.
Yeah.
So he will be missed. He is passed away at the age of 80.
Wow. What a run.
May he rest in peace. And yeah, lived a long life, accomplished a lot of things, and thoughts and prayers with the family.
Absolutely. Very long, full life. One of the best minds in the history of wrestling. So R.i.p. Jarrett. We have Raw ratings to go through. Raw did 1.812 million viewers. So still very strong numbers, but that's not the number we're worried about. We're thinking about what segment did the highest number, I think to the surprise of nobody.
The pep rally? Was it the pep rally?
Cody Rhodes led pep rally for Sami Zayn, where Cody Rhodes' son, Sami Zayn, cut his go-home promo for him. This is the second week a Cody Rhodes segment has done number one, and the second consecutive week that a Cody Rhodes segment has done over 2 million.
How many viewers did he have?
Over 2 million viewers
Wow.
for back-to-back week. Almost unprecedented. Let's see if he does it next week. But Sami's holding on strong as well. SmackDown, of course, continues to be on fire to 2.468 million. 2.5 million for Sami and Paul segment, but that was not the highest viewed segment of the night. It was, of course, the return of Jey Uso, because WWE's manipulation of this bloodline storyline, wherever they want the fan attention to go, it will go. This is a hot storyline. Nothing as hot as Cody Rhodes, of course, but Glenn, to you two first. What do you make of the Raw ratings and the SmackDown ratings?
My poll last week of who are you the most invested in with 8 weeks to go of WrestleMania. Yes, had Sami Zayn at 48%, Cody Rhodes at 31%, Jey Uso at 8%, Roman Reigns at 13%. Now the numbers have moved slightly this week with 7 weeks to go WrestleMania. Sami Zayn is down from 48% to 45.6%, and Cody Rhodes is up from 31 to 31.7%. So you'll get there, Cody. Just keep cutting these promos.
It's cute that you all think that they have a chance against Roman Reigns. Like, I enjoy the amusement that you guys provide me every week, thinking that Sami Zayn or Cody Rhodes are them together. Even put them together on a triple threat, they still don't have a chance.
Who has better odds? Jinder Mahal next week against Braun Breaker for the NXT Championship, or anyone against Roman Reigns for his championship belts at WrestleMania?
Jinder Mahal has better.
Okay,
at winning.
So Alfred,
listen, Von Wagner had better odds at winning tonight than Sami Zayn does.
Let's do this here. Let's do this. No, at WrestleMania, Isa. Yes. So let's do this here. So Alfred, if Jinder Mahal wins the championship from Braun Breaker on NXT next week, what will you do if Jinder Mahal wins?
I'll tell you what I'll not do. And I might go crazy doing this. I might regret this if it happens. I will not eat Applebee's for the rest of 2023. I will not go inside an Applebee's. Issa, we will have to change. Similar to a lot of these conspiracy theorists think that the main event is going to change at WrestleMania. It will not. Then we're going to have to change our venue when Cody Rhodes beats Roman Reigns, and we will have to go to a Red Lobster, okay? Not an Applebee's.
We don't have to worry about it, but that's fine. You already established we'll do we don't have to worry about we don't have to worry about you not eating Applebee's. We don't have to worry about me taking you anywhere. I'm sticking with Olive Garden. I'm not changing my venue clearly, but anyway, you all don't make sense. And yes, this is a whoop. Don't ask, okay?
Yeah, I was riding crop.
I have issues. Roman Reigns will retain.
So what are you doing this Valentine's Day that you have a riding crop? What are you riding this Valentine's Day that you have a riding crop?
Which one of the 50 shades are you tonight?
Listen, I had a great stream. Shout out to everybody who showed up for my NXT watch along Valentine's Day stream.
Look great.
Yeah,
looks great. Happy Valentine's Day, Issa.
Thank you.
I will say I did much like you two. Real talk, I did very much enjoy the Cody and Sammy exchange. I did think it established Cody as more of the alpha, and WWE's writing a movie here. It's Sami Zayn. It's Apollo Creed in this movie. He's Rufio. He's that charismatic, bubbly character that the people like, but that's going to get killed to serve the better good of the real hero, Cody Rhodes winning.
Nobody wants to talk about this. People want to talk about the TikTok, how Roman Reigns own both of them. Their cute little segment hyping each other up. Roman Reigns just got on TikTok today from his closet, flexing his shoe collection in the background. Just got a 2-second promo and own both of them. What did Roman Reigns said? He said, if you both need to start a pep rally to talk each other into thinking you can beat me, you don't stand a chance. And I stand with the tribal chief on this one.
Shocking.
Pride cometh before the fall. That might be my tweet when Cody Rhodes beats Roman Reigns. 1, 2, 3, and then I'll put that pep rally tweet out there. But I'm sure he'll say something else.
I can't wait for it to sit on your drafts forever.
I have many drafts congratulating people on championships they've never won.
Same.
Those drafts go to third world countries, so the kids who need, just kind of like the Eagles jerseys for the Super Bowl, go to Africa. All those drafts are in Africa right now.
Do you think that because the WWE set the belts ahead of time, so do you think the Africa children are getting that Eagles WWE championship belt?
That's what I was wondering.
Hey yo,
they should sell it for money. They could get a lot of pretty penny out of that.
Yeah. I stabbed a balloon on my stream, as you can see in the chat. People are talking about the balloon. I wrote on the balloon Sami Zayn. I named it Sami Zayn, and I showed everybody a preview of what was going to happen this Saturday at Elimination Chamber by stabbing the balloon multiple times. It was great.
Glenn, do you think Sami Zayn has an actual chance? Because there is an uprising. You know, the bottom 5 message board people who think they can book the product are really pushing for Sami Zayn, despite the fact that Cody Rhodes got cheered while standing in the same ring with him. Oh, these conspiracy theorists really want Sami Zayn to win. But you are a reasonable man, and I want to hear how much of a chance you think Sami Zayn has. Make me believe.
Okay. I want to say that all along, I've thought that Sami Zayn should be in the main event of WrestleMania. I don't know that he should necessarily be champion. But I'll tell you this, I don't care who the opponent is this week. You don't hot potato the championship before WrestleMania, this close to WrestleMania. You just don't do it. So I think something could happen. This could lead perhaps to a triple threat. If for some reason Sammy's momentum, yes, but Alfred, if Sammy's momentum continues, WWE will see that as the logical way to go. But I don't know that, I don't think he's going to win this Saturday. I think it's going to be a hell of a match. And I think it'll depend on how they end this out. Didn't Meltzer say the Usos are cleared for Canada?
The word on the street, assuming it's not a hoax, that yes, the Usos may or may not be cleared for Canada. So we might be getting swerved by Paul Heyman in terms of the Usos getting involved. I think if they get involved in Montreal, it would be the right move. But if you save that for a SmackDown, it'll be a huge number. It could really flirt with doing 3 million viewers if you save that for the Usos return.
Look, I'm going to ask the real question here. If this gets turned into a triple threat, how do you think Roman Reigns is going to stack them to pin them? Do you think he's going to put Cody Rhodes in the bottom and then Sami on top of him? Or do you think he'll put Sami Zayn in the bottom and then Cody Rhodes? This is a serious question, you guys.
I can see them. Okay, so here's why it's the safe bet. And I'm going to say this with all my loyalty and love for Sami. I could see them saying Roman's going to take time off, but we don't want Roman to go out on his back for that time off. So we make it a triple threat. Cody pins Sami. Yes, it's not quite the triumphant crowning moment of victory. No, Alfred, that's my point. That's my point. I see why you're disappointed with this, but I'm saying it's safe all the way. It is.
We're telling this 41-week storyline to be safe at the end of the story? Are we writing movies or are we writing little talk shows where at the end we're just going to keep the balls in there? This is a movie.
I don't know.
WrestleMania is the end of a movie. I want an epic ending, and that's why we shouldn't be balking at the finish line. WWE is telling a great story. Every step of the way, it's been great. So now, when it's time to tell the greatest part of the story, they should not be adding a triple threat match because it's not a binary choice. We got 3
The
Daniel
greatest part
Bryans.
of the story is going to be Roman Reigns winning and going on to become 1,000 days champion. The celebration that I'm gonna have when this happens, like, I don't think you guys are ready. I'm gonna throw a huge party. I'm gonna wear a wedding dress. I don't know why, but I'm gonna wear a wedding dress. Like, it's gonna be great. Like, you guys are stressing over something that's not gonna happen. Like, save your energy for more serious issues. Not Cody or Sami Zayn.
Okay.
Neither one of them are beating Roman Reigns anytime soon, and that's the end of it.
But Alfred, what kind of movie do you have where in the prologue someone gets injured and then we have this whole big storyline with two characters, and in the third act the injured person comes back and then wins, and that's the end of the movie? Like, that's kind
Black
of a
Panther. Like pretty much every hero movie ever.
No,
You can consider
the entire
Cody's
thing.
injury is like when Black Panther lost to Killmonger and went away and literally died for a while until he came back as the triumphant hero.
Cody ran away because he
for like
couldn't
15
handle the
minutes.
pressure. Cody ran away because he couldn't handle the pressure.
Very wrong.
And he went and created his own little company, and then he couldn't even make it there. So he was like, "Oh shit, I gotta go back now. Let me glue this throne back together real quick."
I'm so glad you said, let me take it. I'll take this one, Glenn. I'm so glad you said that, because the narrative of Cody, which doesn't even really need to be a narrative, it's just really fact. Cody Rhodes was done dirty by WWE. They kind of buried him as Stardust, and he proved them all wrong by going to AEW, that little company that is actually a very good national wrestling company, despite what you may think about what I think about AEW.
All 375,000 people watching it on Friday.
Let Daddy finish. Yeah, exactly. Let Daddy finish. Without Cody Rhodes, exactly. Cody Rhodes in AEW, this exact Cody Rhodes was booed out of the promotion by all these toxic fans who are now trying to change the WrestleMania main event. And you know what happened? You know what he did? He did the same thing he did in WWE. He said, F you guys, as this exact same character. They didn't change his hair. They didn't change his name. They didn't put polka dots on him. They took that exact same character, and now he's the biggest draw WWE has.
And then they booed him. They booed him out of the company. What did they do with him? They booed him out of the company. He was like, I don't think they like me anymore. I don't think they like me anymore. Let me bounce. And then he comes back, and what does he do?
He headlines WrestleMania.
Oh, my pec hurts. Ow. Oh, my pec hurts. Ow. Ow. I gotta go. Come on.
Wait, I want to go back to Alfred. I want you to post a YouTube video how Cody Rhodes is T'Challa, and just
Black Cody Rhodes, absolutely.
Yes, please do it.
Cody Wakanda, baby.
No. Yo, you guys should not let me be here when I'm drunk. Like, I just like poking. When I'm tipsy, you know?
Cody Rhodes is the GOAT. He's going to WrestleMania, and we're going to be so happy to celebrate Cody Rhodes is the championship win over Roman Reigns. This is one of the most important reigns WWE's ever had. They got to end it at WrestleMania as that big moment, and Cody's the man to do that.
No, he's not. None of them are. Not right now. Not until we get to 1,000 days at least.
Okay, so here's the challenge. The Bloodline storyline has been so good.
Right.
Cody has got, he's going to live in the shadow of that. The first story they tell with him,
he's used to that, Glenn. He's done that his whole life, so he's okay. He's gonna be okay.
Okay, who's Cody's first? Who's his first feud after as champion? Who's his
you know what's funny? This is the funniest thing about the Triple H era. How long have we been in the Triple H era? What, 6 months or something like that? And how many times have you heard people say, well, what are they going to do now? Humana. There is a permanent persecution complex within the wrestling community where, because of Vince McMahon, they're all scared about what might happen. Why not just trust in the WWE era that we're in right now until they screw up? You know who is first? I got the program, Gunther. Gunther can say, I entered Royal Rumble number 1. You entered number 30, and I still almost beat you. Give me that strap. He'd be undefeated at that point. He'd be a hot heel. They're heating up Bronson Reed. They're heating up all these hot heels. They got Brock Lesnar. Bobby Lashley will be really hot after he beats Brock and brings back the Hurt Business. Why do you think they're building up all these heels? Just to do it? Or because they're thinking long term in terms of what Cody Rhodes' run will be?
You know, I am actually going to shock you guys in here, but I do think, Glenn, that Gunther will be Cody Rhodes' first feud after WrestleMania. Yeah. When he loses to Roman, he goes right back to the mid-card and fights for the Intercontinental Championship where he belongs.
It does feel kind of like an... And again, everyone is saying the Bloodline storyline is the best storytelling WWE has done in decades, if not forever.
Yo, Alfred's not going to take me out for drinks when I get to Inglewood.
No, I know. Absolutely.
I'm just saying.
Don't be watered down.
Hard to follow. It's going to be hard to follow this storyline with something compelling.
Of course it is, but that's a good problem to have. AEW has nothing to follow. AEW, they're crying about, we don't have a top babyface. You booed the top babyface out of the promotion, and now he's headlining WrestleMania. That toxic fan base doesn't deserve a top babyface. So that's hard to start. I would rather have a problem where it's hard to follow something than it's hard to even get anything started. Who's even getting started in AEW right now?
See, I think this is the Captain Marvel conundrum. You can't be the movie after Avengers Infinity War.
Right.
Because everyone's like, I want to. What's going on with that? Don't tell me this prequel set in the 90s. Like, I want to know what's next in the big story. You know.
The MCU is filled with a bunch of movies that made $1 billion here, hundreds of millions of dollars here, and in just about every one of these movies, people die, and then somebody comes back to life, and they keep telling all these different stories. And for a long time, they're able to sell tickets and be box office with the MCU because that's what they do. So the problem of, oh no, what if they get too good and we can't follow it?
Well,
that's a problem I'm willing to have.
What if it's the Eternals of the WWE universe?
No, that's AEW Rampage. we're not even in the Marvel universe anymore. We're on the DC universe with that.
Let me tell you something.
Do you guys see the Batman, Michael Keaton? Like the Flash? I popped so big for that.
I loved it.
Well, let me tell you, I'm the biggest MCU stan since like day one opening show of Marvel of Iron Man, and let me tell you, like the Eternals, like I really thought just about turning it off about halfway through. I've never been so bored during a superhero movie.
Damn. Superhero movies are not what they used to be, and I'll leave it at that.
Oh, so you're not going to be going to see Ant-Man and Quantumania?
I'm going to see that. That's going to be
no. Did you see the reviews that it's getting from critics?
Oh, is it the critics in the MCU?
Yeah, what do they know?
No. They be kissing up like bad. I actually prefer to watch YouTubers review these movies than I do like go to Rotten Tomatoes. But it's not getting very good scores as of right now. I'm not watching that. The Flash, I might.
It looks good. I mean, I think that's why they're putting up with the stars headlines. Is because,
I'm excited for Scream right now.
So
my mentality right now is on Ghostface in New York City. That movie was made for me, and I'm gonna watch it opening day.
Ooh!
Did you watch the Fast X trailer?
Yeah, do you see John Cena hitting the AA?
Yeah, John Cena looked good.
It looks so ridiculous, and I'm a major Fast and the Furious fan. But
you know what else is ridiculous? The thought that you guys think that you guys have a chance against Roman Reigns. It's so cute.
I cannot wait
with your little favorites. It's adorable.
Listen, it's a perfect ending. It's, here's the thing: Sami Zayn is a hot character, but in wrestling, it's like they want everything to take over. Him, quote unquote, dying, getting murked by Roman Reigns, and then Roman Reigns being that big Thanos character headed into Mania. That's what you need. That's what you need. You need this character to sacrifice himself for the greater good of the emotional storytelling.
I mean, he will die.
Yeah, I mean, Captain America, had to retire after that. So,
spoiler alert. I'm giving everybody a warning. Spoiler alert. There is a show.
Is he going to come out?
Show on TV right now.
What is going on in the chat?
Is he going to come out as Cody America?
He will. He'll have the shield and everything. He should come out with the shield. It's very symbolic with Roman Reigns, huh? He has an actual Captain America shield.
Okay.
Jinder Mahal just entered the chat. What happened here?
I don't know, but it got weird.
Okay, so what else is going on in the news?
Yeah, Alfred.
Our final news story. CM Punk, we talked about Cousin Phil last week. And there is word on the street that in a couple of months, Tony Khan's going to have a decision to make because that is presumably when CM Punk would be cleared to compete in a couple of months. Tony Khan will have a decision to make whether or not he brings back Cousin Phil into the fold or eats the reported $3 million a year salary that comes with CM Punk. What would be the best version of that story, Issa?
Of what? CM Punk?
Yeah, what would you do in Tony Khan's situation? You're Tony Khan. You either have to bring him back.
Tony Khan, I'll have him come back and he can wrestle one more match. He'll probably get injured and I don't have to worry about him for another 8 months. It'll be great.
Is that what you do, Glenn?
I was going to say he comes back and he jobs to Marco Stunt. Like we bring back Marco Stunt just for that.
Hey, I'm not mad at that.
I mean, if he brings him back and he's got to pay him anyhow, why not use him to put other talent over? I mean, maybe not like...
That's like pocket change for Tony Khan. Pay him.
I think he's coming back.
He probably will. He should. I mean, the ratings right now need him.
Yeah. Summer of Punk?
Yeah. We'll see.
It'll
be crazy.
I don't agree with the decision, but I think he's coming back.
Well, you don't. I mean, or TK does the major baller move and has a segment where he literally writes a check, hands it to him, and then wishes him best of luck on his future endeavors.
I would so do that, but I'm petty. I'm petty like that. I would totally do that 1,000%.
Yeah, he's not going to do that.
Please read that chat from delusional Kelvin Alexander.
Yeah, shout out to Kelvin. Shout out to the team.
Okay.
I just can't wait. I'm gonna be so annoying.
Read it slowly too.
Everything.
Give him his $5 worth.
R. Alexander for $5. That's $5 American. That's 500 pennies. That's 20 quarters. That is 10 50-cent pieces. That is two $2 bills and a $1 bill.
Let him cook.
50 dimes saying Issa is about to be mad as hell after Mania. Cody finishes his story at Roman's expense.
100%.
Sure.
Never read a truer super chat. They're making movies here.
It's so cute. Like I hope you guys all understand how adorable it is. The fact that you still believe, like I respect. That's what it's all about. You're gonna be disappointed.
Sammy just has to take one for the team. Spoiler alert, there's a show called The Last of Us. It's one of the best shows on TV right now.
Did you play that video game? Did you play that video game?
I didn't know it was a video game.
I love that game. One of my favorites. I actually finished it. Love that game.
Every episode, they build up lovable characters to get slaughtered, and they die. Okay?
Yeah, that's exactly what's going to happen to Cody Rhodes.
That's
exactly what's going to happen to Cody Rhodes.
When they kill off that gay couple, I almost quit the show. They were the best characters that I saw on the show, but they had to kill them off. That has to happen to some people, all right? Sometimes to feel something, the whole greater good of the story, the good guys have to die, and then the main good guy, the good guy, the alpha good guy, like Cody, has to be the hero at the end.
Yeah.
If you're a Roman Reigns fan, you feel something every single time he shows up, and that is arousement.
I was gonna say Rey Mysterio is going to get destroyed. He's going to be the good guy at WrestleMania that gets destroyed.
Yo, why did that make Rhea Ripley pay like that? Did you guys see the skit today?
That's great.
Yo, come on. TV. The way he ran out of there.
Wait, and did I see they're doing a bunch of movie-related skits for WrestleMania in Hollywood?
40-Year-Old Virgin. They're Goodfellas with the Bloodline.
I'm sure these will all be phenomenal.
Yeah.
I want Cool Runnings with the New Day.
Terry Allen Jr., $2.54. That's 25 dimes and 4 pennies. Saying, Alfred, have you pre-ordered WWE 2K23?
I have not, Terry Allen Jr., and I hear that the streets are not very happy with the exclusion of Mandy Rose and Sasha Banks and a couple other characters that they expected to be on there. Mandy Rose thing is interesting because I think she was in the game and they probably went back and took her out of it.
Look, my GM mode was severely borked in last year's game, and I'm still salty about that because that was actually the most fun mode in the game.
Yeah, I'll look at the reviews. I'm not a big pre-order gaming guy.
I get burned every time.
Though.
Is he the pre-order bonus?
Yeah, that's the only reason why I pre-order.
How many? So, am I listening to the Spanish language music?
The fake rap that you listen to, yeah.
How many records?
I'm full of it today. I'm so sorry.
How many records does Bad Bunny put out a year? Because it seems like it's about 3.
No, he's only put out 1 in the last year. He put 2 out in 2020, but one of them, a couple of releases that he wasn't going to come out, and people kept begging him to bring it out. So he made an album. It's literally called The Ones That Shouldn't Have Came Out because people begged for it. So it was just a bunch of songs that he had sitting in the studio.
That makes sense. He's everywhere. I flipped through the Spanish language music video channels, and it's like every other.
He released a brand new video today, and I am so happy. It's called Ojitos Lindos, and it's a very romantic, lovey-dovey song. And then I remember seeing a meme that was like, "Oh, all you guys are out there dedicating this song to people." And I posted this months ago, and I was like, "No, the only person worthy of this song is my dog." And if you watch the music video, he's singing it to his dog. So Benito and I were like this, You don't dedicate Ojitos Lindos to nobody unless you're 1,000% certain they're the one, unless they're your dog, or unless they're Roman Reigns. That's it. That's the only way that you can dedicate that song to someone.
That's a great love story on Valentine's Day.
Absolutely. Alfred, how many dates do you have lined up for this evening?
I got a whole waiting room to service.
How many in the waiting room, baby?
We got a whole waiting room to service. I've got my stamina. I got some rest last night.
I took my dog on a coffee date. How sad.
There you go.
He got a puppuccino. It was great.
There you go. Oh, Dylan, Dylan's going down the road. Oh, speaking of which, Issa, how are the t-shirts coming along?
Oh, so I gave it to my friend. She is in Argentina, so she told me she will have it by Friday. So I will let you guys. I will put it in the group chat once I have it.
Let's go.
The hottest new Usos Bloodline theme merch is going to be on Issa's store.
Hell yeah. Thanks to our random conversations, and this is why I love you guys.
Yes. Well, let's get into it. Tyler Bate versus Grayson Waller opened the show tonight.
Yeah.
Are we building to Grayson Waller? I was saying this facetiously last week. Now I'm being serious. Are we building to Grayson Waller versus Shawn Michaels at Stand and Deliver?
I think you have to.
It can't be. It can't.
I mean, why would you do a segment like, because they've really been pushing this thing that he has a problem with Shawn Michaels. Now they're doing this on TV.
Shawn Michaels has a problem with him.
Yeah, well, depending on who you believe, yes. It's just, it looks like a feud that's going on between the two.
Okay, so if Grayson's not taking that strap off Braun Mania weekend, who is then?
Carmelo. Carmelo
Hayes.
Is Carmelo the number one contender for Stand and Deliver or for Road?
No, I mean, we don't know. He might be fighting Jinder Mahal.
No, yeah, we got to put the three-way graphic up. It could be Carmelo and Jinder Mahal at Stand and Deliver.
Okay. I'd love Carmelo as champ. I think he's got so much more charisma compared to Braun. It just feels like with Grayson that they've invested so much in him. I can see him beating HBK and going to the main roster.
No, I think HBK is gonna get a representative.
Because that's always exciting.
That's what William Regal did when he brought back Samoa Joe.
Yeah,
that's a good point.
This was good with Tyler Bate getting the win.
I don't need to see Shawn Michaels wrestle ever again.
I feel like he's had more final matches than anyone.
No, he had one, and then he ruined it at Saudi Arabia, and then I went to the Men in Black. They helped me out, so I forgot about it. So I don't need to remember anything else.
He's very close to being one of the few wrestlers who retired and stayed retired. He stayed retired for a very long time. And I wouldn't even say his comeback match was that bad. It just wasn't up to his standards, and he was bald, and it just wasn't the same.
There's nobody. It was Shawn Michaels and Stone Cold. They came back. Who else is there that's retired and not came back?
Jack Briscoe.
Okay, valid.
I mean, Stone Cold did come back.
Exception.
He did come back.
Yeah.
They all come back.
Yeah. Jack Briscoe would have come back if he had enough time, eventually.
Calvin saying Waller got these good wins up before demanding to be the guy.
He's being set up for failure right now by Shawn Michaels.
He does seem like one of the bigger stars on the show, though. They're definitely doing something with him. They're spending a lot of time on TV with this character. So even though he didn't win, he lost in a way that advanced a big storyline.
Sure.
If Shawn's going to bring out a ringer, it better be. I wonder if it's going to be like a Dragon Lee or one of these big signings. Like, he better bring out some big gun that would be better than a Shawn Michaels match.
I was going to bring back Ric Flair.
Yeah, there you go. What's Rick and Lacey's baby doing?
That's true.
Can that kid challenge?
I don't know. But yeah, I think Shawn versus Grayson, I could see it. It looks like they're building to it, but yeah, if it's going to be a representative, I don't know. I just don't think it'll be as good. So tonight, Brooks and Dunn and Fallon and Kiana, so this has turned into a Friends-style sitcom, and you know what? I'm here for it now.
Me too. I actually really loved everything that they did. Do you guys teach your friends the 90-10 thing? Is that something that boys do? Do you have you
grown men do?
I'm sorry.
Okay. Do you do it, Glenn? Have you taught anybody the 90-10?
What's the 90-10?
Like he was teaching him how to do the 90-10 thing.
Oh, the guy goes
90% of the way, and then she goes in 10%. Sorry,
I thought you were referring to something else entirely different.
I don't know where your mind went. I'm talking about the show we're discussing, and it was called the 90-10 on the show, Glenn.
I was ordering my Valentine's Day dinner during this segment.
Okay, but where do you think I was going with that?
Yeah, now I'm curious.
Glenn, please enlighten us.
I mean, there's a couple. Okay, so 90-10 rule in business, which is like.
I don't think your mind went to business.
Yeah, don't cover. He's making it up.
Don't cap. That's cap.
Like where 10% of your clients make up 90% of your revenue.
No, Glenn, that's not where you went.
10% of the team.
The people need to know, Glenn.
No, we'll believe that for now, Glenn. Okay, we'll let you.
Come on, Alfred. Come on, soft.
I thought it was maybe like when you're talking about body count. That it's like there's the 90-10 rule.
No.
Like don't admit to more than 90%. But
Okay.
Have you done that, Glenn?
I'm a grown ass man that's been married.
Is there an age where you just stop worrying about that?
You're capping on your body count, Glenn?
Do people still even ask that? Like, why? I don't know.
I've been with my wife for 18 years, so I don't know.
Imagine
if
somebody
that's
try to ask Alfred that. Like, I wonder what number Alfred.
I'm a church boy.
That's the 90-10 rule. You know.
So what? You only admit to 10%?
Yeah.
Yes.
And leave out 90?
You admit to somewhere between 10 and 90%.
I admit to 10%. I tell everybody I'm saving myself for marriage. That's my
I'm a virgin.
Yeah. Just like Brooks. Which one is it?
Yeah,
the Virgin Dinah Brooks.
I never even kiss anyone. Ever.
Wow.
It's sad.
Wow.
Anyhow, we had Apollo reflecting on his loss to Carmelo.
Yo, he's journaling again in the streets. Does it get any more gangster than that?
Yeah. I like this back to the streets of Apollo. And I like that he's reflecting on a loss and they're going to build that into whatever he's going to do with Dabba-Kato, but at least he's taking time to ponder. And they don't do that enough in wrestling when somebody loses and then they actually reflect on it instead of just moving on.
Yeah. I thought this was good. But then we heard from JC Jane.
Oh. The Janetti line. Did that not have Shawn Michaels written all over it?
Yeah.
I thought she started a little rocky here, Glenn. Like I felt she was screaming. And I kind of related to her because I've been struggling with not being loud enough on the mic with the ring announcer thing. Like I'm like Michael's like, you need to scream. And I'm like, I don't want to scream on a microphone. That's annoying. He's like, you're talking over music. She sounded like she was screaming at first. And then after the video package, she really settled into it. I liked it. I like what she had to say.
Me too.
Glenn thought it was funny though.
No, I'm looking at what Matthews just sent me. DM that to Alfred and Isa.
Oh, is it the photo is done?
Yeah, the photo's done. Dylan's quick. No, I thought so. Here's the problem with JC, or the challenge rather. If you're doing the mocking, annoying voice in a promo, you can only do that so much until that actually becomes annoying. Like you're making fun of someone being annoying, but then you become annoying at a certain point when she does that. So I'm not a fan. We've talked about this before. Not a fan of that voice, but I think Gigi is absolutely the babyface in this feud and is going to go over when the match happens WrestleMania weekend.
Yes, Gigi is a babyface more or less by default because there's not a real story behind this feud other than we both wanted a belt and then we turned on each other. So they need to give us a reason to like Gigi. I know she got the hell kicked out of her.
That was
segment last week.
Built sympathy.
That would build sympathy. I thought JC was really good. I agree that she started off a little hot, but for her first promo by herself, she could definitely carry it. And I think she has all those things that you'll need in terms of being on the main roster and translating. She just needs more in-ring experience. But judging by this promo, I think she's going to be just fine as a singles.
Agree. Regardless of her volume on the microphone, even when she came out, just her entrance. I love the boot graphic, by the way, because of the kick. Like they're going all in on that. But she was very confident. She just came out, and to me, she just looked like she was owning the moment. I really liked it. I'm here for it. Like you and I, all of us discussed how there was no chance for her at the PLE. They were chanting for Gigi. They were chanting for Roxanne. Nobody was chanting for her. I feel like everything changed tonight, and she's just owning everything. And I liked it. I was a fan of this, and I want to see where it goes. And I love that they're keeping Gigi off TV so they can let JC Jane really establish herself and her new character and her heel character. We'll bring Gigi back when we need to, but right now the spotlight needs to be on her.
Kelvin saying the promo was decent, but the juice wasn't there yet. I didn't feel the fire yet. That's
okay. You will.
Yeah. They need to build. They need to now start building this actual feud, and I'm sure you'll feel it in a couple of weeks.
I just read Montez's comment. At first, I was like, what does he mean? I was like, oh, wait, I know what he means. So, yeah, I think Gigi's going to be triumphant in this. But no, I think this will be good. But I'll tell you, the big storyline, I tweeted this, I think this could be the match of Stand and Deliver WrestleMania weekend, is if they do Thea Hale versus Ava Raine. Thea talking about being traumatized by Schism kidnapping her, the back and forth they've had on Twitter. Like, no joke, I think this could be like the biggest match. I hope they don't do it full on Chase U versus Schism, but I think this could be some of the best storytelling we see in the build up to Mania weekend.
Yeah, from a hype standpoint, it could be hyped as the biggest match, especially with Ava Ray and Hair Connection. But in terms of in ring, like with all due respect to these women, both very little experience between these two, and I don't think they should be having a match of that magnitude on this stage by themselves.
I don't know. I thought Thea did well tonight against Tiffany Stratton. I think they sold it well with the distraction with her losing. I don't know. I think this match will surprise a lot of people when it happens for being very, very good.
Yeah, they're doing something with the two sides. It's going to be Chase U and the Schism or the Dyad. So that'll be interesting to see what they do. And whenever they're ready to have Ava Rain wrestle, I'm still looking forward to that.
Yeah, and I think this will be a standout match. But Issa, what did you think of Tiffany Stratton versus Thea Hale?
I thought it was a fun match. I thought Tiffany Stratton looked great. Thea Hale is really growing on me. It was weird seeing her come before the match, like that big backstage promo where she wasn't like freaking out or anything.
Yeah,
I like the match. I want to see where it goes. I'm very invested into Tia against Ava Rain. I really just want to see Ava get in the ring already. Like, it's driving me crazy.
yeah. So we had a promo on Sol Ruka tonight in her journey.
Sister Soul.
Man, it's tough to pick. You know, with what they're setting up for Roxanne right now, it seems like it's going to be a while until she gets defeated. But I feel like this next generation of talent, there's a lot of potential future NXT Women's Champions.
Yeah. No, it's going to be a lot of fun. I think she's going to be a great babyface champion, and they should let her run for a while until maybe a Tiffany Stratton or some heel comes along and beats her. Yeah.
Well, Tiffany Stratton beat Thea tonight due to the distraction of Schism being in the audience and freaking her the F out. We had Big Body Javi backstage asking a variety of women to be his Valentine.
F-boy Javi, let's go.
Including his real life significant other who rejected him. I pop for that.
Really? I didn't know that was his real life significant other.
Yeah. The, what's her name? The first girl.
Tatum Paxley?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
That's what my chat said, and I trusted.
Ivy Nile beat him down, then Isla Dawn's voice came on. But and we had Axiom versus Damon Camp, with Axiom getting a win.
Why? Why was this match on the card?
I don't know.
Why did Damon Camp lose?
I felt there was so much bait and switch tonight on NXT. We'll get into it, but there was a lot of why is this happening right now?
Well, what about Braun Breaker's promo tonight? Mr. Charisma himself.
He had a good night. Let me tell you something right now. It's almost like WWE has been gaslit into believing that these fans are going to turn on Braun Breaker. It wasn't the greatest promo, especially I thought Jinder was weaker, which surprised me in terms of being on the mic. But they're trying to tell this story with Braun where it's like, all these people are starting to turn on you. And then they immediately started barking and cheering for Braun Breaker. And they were not turning on him the way I think WWE wanted them to. And I think that's what threw this whole thing off, is that they're waiting for people to turn on Braun, and that didn't happen.
Yeah, so Jinder came out. Braun made a 3-man band reference.
That was a funny reference. He didn't deliver it very well, but he should have said 3MB instead of. I don't think they were called the 3-man band. They were just called 3MB.
That's what it stood for originally.
Yeah, but people took them a little bit to get it.
Hey, for Braun, that was like A+.
I just don't understand how you end up in a promo battle with Jinder Mahal and you call that a good night for Braun Breaker.
What else is he supposed to do?
Somebody make it make sense, please, because I feel like I'm in the Twilight Zone right now with you.
A promo battle. This was good. No, a promo battle. I don't think Braun won. Yeah.
I think Braun won that promo battle by default.
Great. I think my dog will win a promo battle in that situation.
Yeah. I win a lot of arguments with my cat. That really doesn't count. You know.
I give that dub to Braun.
Calvin saying Saul looked really comfortable during that pre-tape segment. The camera loves her. I agree. I think Saul bright things are in store for her. Absolutely.
She's got that it factor. Yeah.
But yes, next week for the NXT Championship, it will be Jinder Mahal versus.
Let's go, Braun! Let's go, Braun! Braun Breaker the future.
Of course. Like, do you really?
Braun Breaker the future. Braun Breaker the future.
We set up the main event backstage with Roxanne Perez and Mako Satomura to take on Kaden Carter and Katana's chance in the main event tonight.
There was something about this promo that I love, and it was like when Katana and Kaden came over to apologize. I thought they were trying to back out of the match, but they weren't. They were like, no, we still won the match. And I respected that because for a second I was like, no, they're not trying to back out of that match. So I like the fact that they just wanted to apologize for their behavior, but they still wanted to wrestle each other. And I like that.
Indy Hartwell put JC Jane on notice. So look for Indy Hartwell to get beaten up by JC Jane in a match in the next week or two.
Poor Indy. Index is the classic case of if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Yes. So Tony D'Angelo was going to take on
Bait and switch
Wesley tonight. So
bait and switch.
Dijak had to stick his hard justice everywhere.
What?
Hey,
what?
Hey,
Dijak had to. I'm not even going to continue this.
Wait,
no, continue.
Have we done the Pretty Deadly segment? Because there was a stick reference in that as well.
I love that. No, we haven't gotten there yet.
Dijak had to just thrust his hard justice where it doesn't belong. And rob us of Tony D'Angelo winning the championship tonight.
Yeah, but we didn't even get Dijak instead. How did we end up with Braun Breaker? I'm sorry, with Von Wagner. I confused them because they're both equally charismatic.
Oh, don't do that to Braun.
Yeah,
don't
Von
put
Wagner.
Don't put him in the Von category.
Imagine Braun Breaker in the cornrows. That would add so much more to his character.
Von Wagner makes Braun Breaker look like The Rock. You heard it here first.
So Wesley,
listen, how did we end up with Von Wagner? You guys haven't answered that. I thought we were gonna get Tony. Then I thought we were gonna get Stacks. Then I thought we were gonna get
we get
Dijak. No, Von Wagner.
Who lost
and
to Wesley.
Doesn't even have a gimmick change the way they were teasing it. It's the same old Von Wagner. He left and then came back with the same thing.
You confused them too. I heard that.
It's very easy to say. Von Breaker.
Just merge them together, run them through a Seth Brundle like series of teleporters, and just give us Von Breaker. And I think problem solved.
Von Breaker,
so it didn't
Braun
matter.
Wagner.
The Sapolis, the Canolis, it didn't matter. I stressed about that all week long about Sapolis and Canolis for nothing.
Tony could end up winning that North American Championship at Roadblock or Stand and Deliver.
He will, but I'm loving this Wesley, man. Yeah. I think this is like one of the best babyfaces in the company, not in NXT.
Agreed. That video package they did for him last week, like you just want to root for him. Even I'm a natural, like I tend to gravitate toward heels more, and there's something about Wesley, and that's just that organic babyface that you just want to root for them. He's got that, and that's very, very hard to pull off.
Yes,
absolutely. So Charlie Dempsey took on Hank Walker and got an easy win.
Wanker, yeah.
Poor
His
Wanker.
gear almost said Wanker for us. Do you see it?
I thought it did say that.
I know, me too.
It said it right around his Wanker too.
Yeah.
Von Wagner and Mr. Stone were upset about losing the match.
I don't want to see Von Wagner until he's back with his new gimmick.
But then...
Wait, he quoted Jericho. He said you had to break the walls down. Did you guys catch that?
Oh, I saw that, yeah.
I love that. There was a lot of references tonight that it really made me feel like HBK books this show.
Oh, yeah. Well, let's talk about perhaps the segment of the evening, which was Gallus playing pool in a pub, interrupted by Pretty Deadly that was trying to beat them in pool to win another shot at the NXT Tag Team Championships, but then Gallus granted them a match anyhow. But Pretty Deadly has got their mojo back. They were looking fabulous as ever in this segment. They
did the twirl on the way into the bar, which was hilarious.
This might have been, aside from everything going on with Brooks and all of that, this was my favorite thing tonight. I also like to pretend I know how to play pool and then suck at it. So I related to Pretty Deadly here.
Give us a couple of those sticks and we'll give you a damn good thrashing.
Like, now that the New Day story arc is completed, Pretty Deadly are like the biggest stars by a mile.
They were before the New Day got here
too,
and they let the New Day got their run, and it's great. Also, that tab, that's what, if Alfred wasn't a wuss and he would have taken my bet about buying my drinks when Roman Reigns retains, that's exactly what the tab would have looked like.
No, I just don't want you buying all my drinks that night. I'm being magnanimous.
Please.
So, we had a segment with Ilya Dragunov, and then Dragunov and Trick Williams.
I love
in a
this.
promo, and
This
JD
is
McDonough
great.
got involved.
Trick on the mic was incredible. He said,
Yeah.
"I'm gonna drop you like a mixtape."
This was good. This will
He
be
said
fun.
his right hand had this snooze button. Like, I love everything about Trick Williams here.
Trick Williams is different on the mic. There's nothing like him in terms of how he cuts his promos. And it's almost like he's doing it is very Muhammad Ali influence, but he's got his own twist on it to where he's doing poetry, but he's still talking. And it's funny. It's hilarious. A lot of them are like jokes.
Yeah.
I like when he goes backstage, he goes 6'4", all chocolate. So yes, we know Trick.
Well,
He looks great.
then we had the payoff with Brooks and Kiana James, and who was the mysterious man she was saying I love
told you
to?
it was a family member.
Yeah,
Did I
it
not?
Was her
Did I
brother.
not?
Everybody
saw
knew
it
it was going to
coming.
be
Yeah.
a family. It's just weird that they took this long to tell. And what's with this Fallon Henley? She's, even if this didn't turn out to be a family member, who waits until a Valentine's Day date at the end of the date and this idiot goes along with her? Like, I know you guys like this. The acting
Somebody
is as good as
single.
friends. I'll give you
Somebody
that. The
single
acting,
who's trying to cock block.
the acting is as good as friends, but the logic and everything else about this just completely miserable, I thought. And we already have two Karens. We got Sonya Deville. We've got Chelsea Green. Do we need a third one with Fallon Henley? It's Black History Month. We don't need more Karens.
No, we don't. I didn't like that she did that to her friend. I've been there. I just want to say I've been there. I one time was on the phone with my nephew and I got accused of doing something bad because I said, "Okay, I love you, Papi. I'll call you back." That's what I call my nephew. And everybody freaked out. Everybody was like, "Who are you talking to?" It was my freaking nephew. That's how we talk to each other. Like, I understand. And that was annoying. But he didn't even get any. Like, he didn't even get a kiss. And he mastered that 90-10. He was doing good.
He did. She was playing with the keys and everything. I'm kind of glad he didn't get the kiss because I do want that to happen in front of a crowd now that they've invested so much time telling you he's never even kissed a girl. If he does that in front of a crowd, hopefully they'll react.
Oh my God, like the end of Never Been Kissed. He's just going to be there and ask her to show up at NXT at a certain time. We're going to have a countdown and then she's just going to run in and kiss him. It's going to be great.
We need a segment backstage where it's like King of the Hill and he's like making out with a mannequin to practice or something.
He did that. Remember when they were talking about their hands?
The hand.
Yeah.
No, we should go full on. What are those dolls called? You should get like one of those like life-size dolls.
Whoa,
Glenn,
what kind of
what are
dolls?
you talking
Glenn?
about?
Come on. What kind of dolls? Let's hear.
Glenn, do you read?
Glenn?
There was that movie with
How
what's his
inflatable are these
face?
dolls going to be?
No, what was it? Who started in that movie? I gotta look at that.
Jenna Jameson.
Ryan Gosling. Ryan Gosling was in that movie. Lars and the Real Girl.
There's one called Barbara. She's a great deal. She's not efficient by all means, but okay, I'm sorry. I don't know if I should say this, but if you ever have anxiety, if you're ever having a bad time and you need something to make you laugh, you go into a website like Adam and Eve and read the reviews. And I have fallen victim to reading reviews to some of this doll, and the one that's like $40. I mean, she's rough around the edges, literally, but I just want to put it out there. If you guys are ever stressed out and you need a good laugh, do that. You will laugh for hours if you just read the reviews to some of these products.
I can't wait.
Kelvin R. Alexander, $5, saying
I know how I'm spending my Valentine's Day. I'll tell you that.
Trick is the most charismatic young guy on that roster. He's very good.
Trick is great.
Right next to Braun, I think I put Braun Breaker and then Trick Williams for sure.
Charisma wise, please stop right now.
No, but Trick is next level. I can't wait until he's so good on the mic and so charismatic. He doesn't even, and he will get there because he's a good athlete. He doesn't even have to be like great. He doesn't even have to be all that good of a wrestler. He just has to be safe in there. And once he gets there, he'll be a superstar.
Dylan is asking if they can. No, I'm not even going to read that.
No, please.
So, no. Let's talk about the main event tonight. Talk about Roxanne Perez and Mako Satomura versus Kaden Carter and Katana Chance. We had a nice overrun. This was so good. Just a good exhibition match. I mean, didn't matter who won or lost. We knew who was winning.
But they work so well as a tag team for somebody that was just teaming up for the first time. If you didn't tell me, if I don't watch NXT and I'm watching this match, I would have thought Roxanne and Mako like tag together forever.
Yeah,
they were great.
They were really good.
Yeah, and they were keeping up with probably the only legit tag team left in wrestling in WWE right now as far as the women's division. I feel like Kate and Katana have been together the longest. So they're going against a real tag team, and they just they look like a tag team out there. I was almost like, put the titles on them there for a second. They were great. And it led to a finish that I really liked because I thought there was going to be like some kind of swerve, but no, they're just going to have an honor match. They're just going to compete. Yeah.
Which is tough, right? So, I mean, Mako, her losing to Roxanne, they're going to really have to sell that storyline. They're going to have to tell that story in the ring, have it make sense. But the fact that Roxanne is going to likely beat Mako Satomura next week, it's like, oh yeah, Roxanne's not dropping that title anytime soon.
Yeah, I'm more looking forward to the match because there's probably, I'm assuming Roxanne's going to win. Maybe we do get a Mako heel turn after and they do a series because I would like to see a heel Mako as well face Roxanne because the honor match doesn't really do it for me, but I think it's going to be a great match. I'm always excited to watch Mako. Watching her wrestle and then knowing she's going to wrestle again against Roxanne makes me excited. And I think it's going to be a really good match.
I think it'd be phenomenal. But yeah, I mean, like clearly they are invested in Roxanne for the long haul. Yeah.
She's they shouldn't be in any hurry to get her on the main roster. She's extremely young. She should be in NXT, I think, for a couple of years. This should be a long-term process getting her on the main roster.
Isa, share with the class.
No, I just saw what the edit that Dylan put together for Cody and Alfred.
Well, how come I'm not seeing this goddamn edit?
Check your DMs.
Hold on, let me get on.
But really good main event. Maybe there'll be interference to set up Roxy's long-term rival going into Stand and Deliver.
Who do you think she's gonna face going into Stand and Deliver?
Tiffany Stratton.
I want to say that, but I think it might be too early. But Tiffany might be the one to beat her, but she could lose now and then come back later.
Right. Right. That's what I'm thinking. I mean, I don't know, but that's the one person that seems to be like being featured and being highlighted every week here right now. Yeah. That's a heel as well. So we'll see. I thought Tiffany looked great tonight. I don't know that I want her to lose already. So I don't know that that's the feud that I will book for her, but somebody has to face Roxanne.
But that's the challenge, right? Is I think you can it's going to be a while until she has an opponent that suspends our disbelief that makes her think Roxanne could possibly lose.
Yeah, agreed.
With Tiffany Stratton, I would suspend disbelief. I would think that it was likely Roxanne was winning.
She could have a chance. I think there's a chance with Tiffany Stratton for sure. Maybe they'll build up one of these two creepy ladies with Alba Fire
and Nyla Dawn, yeah,
and Nyla Dawn. They might build up one of them. But I don't know. Tiffany seems too early, but it is a Stand and Deliver caliber matchup because they protected Tiffany, and they're definitely building her up for something.
Yeah, we'll see. Did you look at the photo, Alfred?
He's not sent it to me, so there better not be like black.
Wow, do it.
I'm telling Dumar Johnson.
Yo, sure. I'll text it to you. I have it. Hold on. I'm going to text it to you right now, okay, Alfred? Text.
I can't wait. This is going to be my profile photo if it's good enough, Dylan.
Oh, God. I don't know that you...
Probably more your Twitter banner, but,
Okay, I just sent it to you.
Dylan, I'm ashamed that you couldn't send it to me like a man. Got to find out from the streets. You didn't think this was going to get back to me?
Isn't that what you do, though? Like, you're a man.
Hey, I look pretty good in this.
Well, there you go.
He approves.
I love the hat. Nice touch, Dylan.
There you have it. NXT tonight. We're on
Dreams
the road.
do come true, ladies and gentlemen.
The road to Roadblock, but Friday night, the go home show for Elimination Chamber.
Oh, he did DM me. I apologize.
Okay, there you go.
I see it now. It looks great, Dylan. You did a great job.
Live from Canada, Friday night.
Yes.
We're going to be here to cover all the latest developments in the Sami Zayn triumph arc of storytelling.
WrestleMania 38 and a half. It's going to be exciting. Sammy's got an outside chance. You never know in this company, you know? You never know. I think he's going to get murked. I think the world is betting against Sami Zayn, but Glenn Rubenstein, you have a chance to look like the smartest man in the world come Saturday evening.
Did you guys think a year ago that we were going to sit here in our favorites? We were going to be put in this situation where it's just a war every freaking podcast.
I think it's poetry. I think WWE is booking their entire product around this podcast. I really do.
Well, that's
you can't tell me different.
Agreed. 1000%.
Absolutely true. I believe it. We know that this is HBK's favorite podcast. This is Triple H's favorite podcast. Absolutely. So thanks everyone for tuning in tomorrow night, AEW Dynamite.
I'll be here.
And the three of us will be back on Friday. Oh, and early though, because this week Rampage is early.
That's right.
Oh God. I'm not gonna watch it. I'm telling you guys right now.
Okay.
No, I'll watch it. I'll watch it.
Okay.
I'll watch it.
Cool. If you like the show, like, share, subscribe. Be sure to follow us all on Twitter. Alfred's at This Is Nasty. Issa's at NYC Demon Diva. That's Steve with a 1. I'm at Glenn Rubenstein. We'll catch you back here next time on the Wrestling Inc. podcast. Take care.